2006, we got one of the best-selling consoles of all time. Over 100 million units, the Nintendo Wii. It introduced and popularized motion controls, and it truly was a revolution for games. What's up, everybody? This is Brotrio, and we're counting down our top 10 Nintendo Wii games we would like to play.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii introduced something I've wanted from a Mario game for a long time, which was simultaneous co-op. Up to 4 players. It was really fun. It was really amazing. And for less experienced players, they could push A and be in a bubble. And you could also just troll each other and betray each other and throw each other off cliffs. And it was really fun. You didn't get anything done, but it was really fun to just destroy each other.
Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. My favorite thing to do was obviously to troll these two and just like pick them up and then jump off the cliff with them. It was just a lot of fun. It had some really difficult platforming there towards the end. And the difficulty curve was unforgivingly just like ramped up at the end. Like it started out slow and then just like instantly rocketed it up.
That first level's so easy, and I was so worried it was going to be like a really simple game.
Yeah.
And brought in the propeller hat. That was a really fun power-up to use.
Yeah, it was.
We had Yoshi. Yoshi's always great, except in Super Mario Sunshine. But Yoshi's always good to have, and we had the return of the Ice Flower, which I thought was one of the coolest power-ups in recent Mario games. So just overall fun game. It wasn't super groundbreaking, and it wasn't, the best Mario game that ever come out. But it was a very good time, and was a good addition to the Nintendo Wii library.
There hasn't been too many games out there that can make the claim they have literally gotten the entire family involved. Now, Wii Sports does get to make that claim. It was clearly one of the best launch titles ever. It's one of the best-selling games of all time, and many families just literally got even their grandparents involved to play games. It was one of the easiest games to teach people how to play, because, you literally just, mimicked the motions. Boxing, you boxed. Golfing, you swung the Wiimote like a club, and I can't tell you how many countless hours we spent at Thanksgiving and Christmas playing that with our grandparents, of all people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the golf game's the only video game Grandpa's ever played.
Yeah.
But he loved it.
Yeah, it's a great game. Boxing couldn't be more fun. Boxing, golf, and bowling are where that game truly shines.
Man, do you remember how sore our arms were after the first day from the boxing?
Oh yeah,
because we did not. We were full swinging, and you shouldn't be doing that. But
yeah. Wii Sports was just one of the best games you could play on the Wii. It showed off everything the Wii was about, and we can only hope that there will be another sports-type installment for future Nintendo consoles.
One of the few games where buying the peripheral is not only recommended, it's almost required. Mario Kart Wii was just so much fun. Had a lot of good power-ups like Bullet Bill and Blooper, of course the Blue Shell, a lot of really nice tracks, and it introduced weight classes and bikes.
Yeah, the bikes were really fun.
Yeah.
The bikes were almost overpowered because you could just pop a wheelie and it would give you the boost.
Oh yeah.
The bikes weren't almost overpowered. The bikes were straight up overpowered.
Yeah.
The bikes were Meta Knight. The bikes were Akuma.
Yeah, the bikes were pretty ridiculous.
Especially the Magic Koopa bike that didn't lose any speed when you went off-road, pretty much.
You could pop a wheelie and just do any shortcut without a mushroom, and I exploited the hell out of it, and it was great. Also, they had drafting, which was a really cool mechanic.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Ride behind someone and get a boost off their them breaking the wind for you, I guess.
Also, it introduced online play for the consoles, so Nintendo really got it in gear for that one.
Think about how fun New Super Mario Bros. Wii is, and then substitute in Kirby for Mario, and that's more or less Kirby's Return to Dreamland. It was a really, really fun 4-player co-op game where player 1 is Kirby, so they have unlimited range of whatever power they wanted. And then you could also play as Meta Knight, Waddle Dee, and King Dedede, and it was a really, really fun co-op experience. A little on the easy side because it's a Kirby game, but still a blast to play. And there were some new Kirby power-ups that were really interesting, like the water power and the whip power was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whip was great.
Yeah.
And then the super power-ups were really fun.
Yeah, the Mega Power-Ups or Super Power-Ups,
That's
whatever they were called, were just amazing. Like Kirby having sword and then getting this gigantic sword and like just cleaving everything on the screen in twain. It was so powerful it made it his new final smash in the next Smash Brothers. For a game that came out so late in the Wii's lifetime, it got a lot of people back on the Wii to just get in on some great co-op Kirby action.
"12 years is a long time to wait for a sequel, but this game was well worth the wait. Mega Man 9, it downgraded the graphics back to 8-bit, but nobody was complaining because this game was awesome. Had some great new powers, like Tornado Man was really cool. Introduced the first female robot master, Splash Woman. And just, it was a blast. It was difficult.
Really difficult.
Like, it was, yeah.
Like,
It had achievements, which,
It was horribly
like,
difficult.
get through that game without getting hit is probably one of the hardest achievements to get in gaming. It had a really great final battle with Dr. Wily. Like, he gets in that T-Rex mech, starts spitting eggs at you. His projectiles were his weakness, which was pretty cool because it wasn't one of your powers. You had to hit it back at him. And that's, to my knowledge, the first time that's been done in a Mega Man game. It proved that classic Mega Man still got it. So, Capcom, please bring it back. Give it some love.
To send off the Metroid Prime trilogy in glorious fashion, we got Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. It was... The beginning was basically an action movie. It was so exciting. You're fighting the space pirates alongside all these other bounty hunters. They have really cool powers that I wish I had. That I wish Samus had some form of. I know she's got Ice Beam, but you know, he's just running across, freezing everything, and Samus is using her grappling beam to yank off enemy shields and stuff like that, and you have a cool fight with Ridley, and then you get corrupted and have to wear the corruption suit, which activates corruption mode, which, if I recall correctly, took your health.
it drains Phazon.
That's what
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
But that form was really fun to use because like the screen went all blue.
You got like a super mode.
Yeah,
Just
like,
hyper beam basically. And
yeah.
It was the only Metro game I can think of where you travel from planet to planet.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really fun. And unfortunately, you had to kill those cool bounty hunters. Spoiler alert.
They're her friends too.
I
They got
know,
corrupted.
yeah.
It's so like it actually makes you feel kind of bad for doing it because one, Samus never has friends because she's always isolated.
That's why she keeps killing them. Finally taking down Dark Samus and the Phazon planet, hopefully for good. Just a great first-person shooter for the Wii with the motion controls for the aiming, and traveling from planet to planet and saving the galaxy from Phazon. And it was a great kind of final adventure for Samus for a while because Other M doesn't count.
It's not every studio that could wait 14 years and then bring back a franchise in the same style that popularized it and just be met with nothing but praise. But Retro Studios did that with Donkey Kong Country Returns. That game is incredible. It's one of the better Donkey Kong Country games. It went back to side-scrolling and forgot the 3D of 64, and actually brought the difficulty in spades. That game, it gets so hard, so quick. And it introduced co-op into Donkey Kong, which is kind of cool. I wish tag team and two-player contest was still an option, but it's still awesome that you and a friend can just play the same level, the same time, rolling through all the tikis as Donkey and Diddy, and just having a blast. The puzzles were great, and the hidden temple levels were just the absolute best.
Yeah, and I really loved the parts of the game where it shot you into the background, so you were kind of playing two levels at once, and it was just, it was really interesting.
It had a lot of great level mechanics, especially the silhouette levels. Those were just glorious. And if there's one takeaway from this game, it's do not mess with Donkey Kong's bananas, because he will punch the moon out of orbit on top of you if you take them from him.
Never before or since has gravity been used in a game to such an extent as in Super Mario Galaxy. But the way that they crafted these tiny little planetoid levels, and some are pretty expansive, some are pretty big, but the way they crafted these small levels with the gravity puzzles and the gravity mechanics was just masterful platforming, just design. Almost every level had unique things about it. And you can say that about a lot of Mario games, but it's just something you have to play to understand. There was one level where you had to jump and spin to get into another planet's gravitational pull to get sucked to it. It was really fun. I don't remember what galaxy it was specifically, but there was another one where the planet was basically cracked, and there was a black hole in the center. You had to navigate your way around this black hole, and the boss fights were incredible also. Like, it started with a pretty simple trash version of Petey Piranha, Dinosaur Piranha, I forget what it's called. But you fight Dig-a-Leg. The fights with Bowser were pretty great. Man, it's just such a good game. I need to replay it.
It's such a great soundtrack too.
Yeah, it's got like a fully orchestrated soundtrack. It's just beautiful from start to finish, and works perfectly with the levels.
Has by far the best power-ups in a 3D Mario game.
Yeah, B Mario could not be more fun to use.
B Mario, how is that the funnest one? That's what. Boo Mario was pretty fun too. That game is so good. So with the Wii, Nintendo knew they had to take Mario to the next level, so they shot for the stars.
The third entry in the Super Smash Bros. Franchise, Brawl, just took everything that the previous ones did and did them better. Like, that is probably my favorite entry in the Smash Bros. Franchise. Introduced Smash Balls, gave everybody a super move that was really cool, brought in a lot of good characters. Sonic was a big surprise to show up, but there was nothing bigger than Snake.
Yeah.
Nobody saw that coming.
It's just so crazy to see Solid Snake in a game fighting Mario.
I know.
He'd never been on a Nintendo franchise since, like,
the NES.
No, he was on Twin Snakes.
Twin Snakes.
And I don't know when the Game Boy Advance one came out, but it was just ridiculous. Like, when the codec popped up, I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
On the first trailer, and then he popped out of the box, ready to go. I was so surprised. It was just ridiculous.
Brought in Wario, one of my favorite characters, and it was just such a great time. We spent probably more time playing that game than anything else on the Wii.
By far.
Yeah, probably any other game, period. Like, we played Brawl for so much time. Like, And just the inclusion of Smash Balls for everyone's super moves was just such a cool add-in too.
Yeah, and I like that
Everyone's was cool.
you pretty much have to earn it.
Yeah.
Too. You have to break the thing. You can't just like block a certain amount of times and get it or anything like that.
Yeah, you have to try.
You
for
have to go
Smash
break
Balls.
Only thing I don't like is they ruined Mario and he's never recovered. But they gave me Pit and Ike.
Yeah,
So.
and Meta Knight, and DDD, and it just, like, the whole roster is great. They brought down the speed a little bit, but they ramped up the fun. And it is one of the best multiplayer experiences the Wii has to offer.
Just when we thought the Legend of Zelda series had nowhere else to go, they took to the sky and shocked us all. Skyward Sword has some of the best characterization and story of any Zelda game. It had some of the best motion controls if used properly, and it was just a lot of fun. A lot of people hate it for how linear it was, but I enjoyed Skyward Sword from start to finish, excluding the swimming. And
Yeah, the
it
swimming
was just so much fun.
There's no need for motion controlled swimming at all.
Yeah, but they more than made up for it with the beetle alone. That was the
Oh.
first item you get.
I want the
and
beetle
the
back.
best.
Yeah, I want it back. The beetle's amazing.
It also introduced crafting and upgrades for
Yeah,
items,
that
which
was
was
really
a
cool.
majorly awesome thing. You could upgrade potions.
And there was so much to do. You could just go make pumpkin soup or go catch some bugs. Like, just pretty much anything.
Yeah, it had a lot of really fun mini games and some of the coolest bosses. Introduced Girahim, one of the best characters in Zelda, even though he was a sub,
Yeah, he
main
got
villain, I guess,
he
Yeah.
got Ganon Jack like
like Zant.
Zant. Not really Ganon, but it was Ganon.
Yeah, Demise is one of the cooler looking Zelda enemies ever. I mean, he's
Oh, yeah.
basically like Akuma and Ares from God of War
Yeah.
mixed.
Akuma with his hair on fire,
Yeah.
pulsating black veins, and you've got Demise. And possibly my favorite boss fight in the Zelda series with Galactos.
Yes.
Galactos.
That was incredible. Even the people that hate that game know that boss is amazing. Just so legit. Ugh.
And she might have had a little too much to say, but I think Fee was a really well done support character.
Yeah, she treated Link like an idiot.
Yeah.
She did.
And she had one of the most touching exits for
Oh, yeah.
the companion characters. Like, it was legitimately sad.
She killed herself,
Yeah.
essentially. Like, she's dead. Basically.
Yeah. Skyward Sword was just such a great game. I mean, you forged the Master Sword in it. Nintendo knew they had to bring something good to close off the Wii's lifetime, and this was truly their swan song.
And that was our top 10 games from the Nintendo Wii. If you like this video, make sure to give us a like, leave a comment telling us what your favorite Wii games were, if you felt like we left anything out. And make sure to subscribe and share this video with your friends. We've been Brotrio. Have a good one.